Hi guys, so as you probably know, I'm coming to the end of my second year at university now. I'm at Northumbria University studying psychology, and since a lot of you who are just finishing college or are just deciding to go to university, now this is the time that you're choosing which university you want to go to. I've had a lot of questions asking about choices about university, about my course, about Northumbria, so I thought I'd answer a couple of them and give you some sort of tips about choosing which university you want to go to. So first I've got some questions about Northumbria itself. The first question is, what made me choose Northumbria over other universities? Like most of you, I had 5 choices on my UCAS for which universities I want to go to. So you pick 5 and then you narrow it down to first choice and a second choice. I went to a couple of open days. I went to Roehampton's open day, and then I came up to Northumbria's open day. Actually, it was an applicant visit day, so it was more course specific. And then when I came to Northumbria, I was just overwhelmed by how friendly everyone was and like the atmosphere on campus. So that's what made my decision for me. As well as I have family up here, so I did kind of want to be close to family, so that also played a role, but mostly it was just the atmosphere on campus, the quality of the course that I got an impression of through the open day, and yeah, just the quality of people at Northumbria that made me decide on this one. Then some people have been asking me about accommodation. I stayed in Manor Bank halls. I filmed a video of like a tour of those halls, which I will link down below when I was living there obviously. And also I filmed what to bring to halls, so if your questions are more about that, I will direct you to that video. So one of the questions I've got is, which is the best halls to live in at Northumbria? I obviously can't say because I've only lived in one of them. I've heard great things about all of them. I suppose you've really got to ask yourself, what do you want from halls? Because obviously there's the lower budget ones, there's Claude Gibb, which is catered for, so if you don't want to cook your own food you can go for that one. All of the rest are self-catered. So if you like cooking, then there's ensuite or shared bathroom, which do you prefer? Some have double bed, some have single bed. Distance away from campus, all of them are walking distance apart from Trinity, which is in Gateshead, which is the newest one. I've had a look around there and it was really nice. I haven't actually seen the bedrooms, but I've had a look around the other ones. So yeah, it really does depend on like what atmosphere you want. Obviously the best thing that you can do is find someone that lived there. Obviously that's really difficult. If you do have any questions about Manor Bank, I will happily answer them. Also on the website there are 3D tours and like photos and reviews and all that jazz on the website. I know they might be biased, but you know, they're usually a pretty good representation of what it would be like to live there. The next question I've had is about flatmates. What if you don't get on with your flatmates? You are randomly allocated your flatmates. You can decide whether you want to be in single sex or mixed sex. I chose single sex, so I was with 3 other girls in a 4-bed flat. Obviously each hall is different with the number of people that lives in a flat, or if it's not flat, if it's a hall and you just have your bedroom coming off a corridor. So it's really different layout for each one. Again, it depends what you want. If you don't get on with your flatmates, don't worry, like you're gonna meet so many people through your course, through the other social things you do. You don't have to worry about getting on with this bunch of people. You've been thrown together. Chances are you might get on, you might not. It's up to you, it's what you make of it really. But if you really don't get on with your flatmates, then don't worry, there's campus services and your halls manager are usually really accommodating and will help you find a solution for it. Next question I've had is about managing money and how I budgeted and things like that. I have to say I was really not very good at this. I did sort of run out of money this year. First year wasn't so bad actually, I don't know why. But if you are running out of money, there are plenty of part-time jobs around, you know, bar work and shops, and also in the university as well. They have part-time employment, working at the bars, marketing, things like that. Just keep an eye out for part-time jobs. Obviously you don't want to work more than, I think the recommended is like 10 hours a week, so that you've got time to do your course as well. Because although your timetable might look quite bare, it is a full-time degree, obviously if you're taking it full-time. So you do have to treat it like a full-time degree and study when you don't have lectures. Next question is about the Students' Union and societies. I love the Students' Union. I don't know if you can tell, but I spend most of my time there. I'm part of loads of different societies. I'm part of yoga society, music. They're the two that I'm actively part of. Then there's also mental health awareness that I'm part of, photography. I can't even think right now naming them all. And there's also the volunteering strands that are also really good, like RAG, which is Raise and Give, VN, which is Volunteer Northumbria. Then there's the media side of it, which obviously I'm part of and I really enjoy. So, you know, you can really make what you want of it. There's so many opportunities there, so you can just go along, see what you fancy, have a go at it. If you like it, continue it. That's how it works. There will be a freshers fair in your first week of uni. Go along to that, sign up to all of the Give It a Go sessions, go along, give them a try, and then just make what you can of it. The SU is run by sabbatical officers, and those are 5 elected positions which the elections have just been, and Adam, my boyfriend, did get elected as president, which I am super proud of, and I just wanted to tell you all. But those 5 people, they are elected by students and run the Students' Union, so if you have any problems or want to say hey, then you can just go along to them and they will hopefully sort it out for you, which is what they're there for. They run events, campaigns, and generally make the Students' Union a lovely place to be. Finally, I also got asked about Sports Central. I personally haven't used Sports Central. I've been in there like once, but it wasn't for any sporting reasons. I'm just not really into that sort of thing, but I hear that it's very good and the facilities are fantastic. So the best thing to do is have a look on the website or go and visit it yourself if you can. I don't really have a lot of advice to offer on that. So next I've got a couple of questions that have been asked about psychology itself. I am studying the straight psychology, so the single honours, not with criminology or sport. It's a 3-year course, full time. I'm in my 2nd year, as I said. So the first question I've had is, did you have to do psychology at A-level? I did psychology at A-level, which is how I decided that I wanted to study psychology, because I enjoyed it and I was quite good at it. You don't have to. The first year of the degree is all about getting everyone up to speed, because even if you had done psychology at A-level, there's so many different examining boards, you might have done different modules, so it's just getting everyone up to the same level and making sure everyone's good, so you don't have to have done it at A-level, and that's the same with all courses at Northumbria. Next question is, what are the lecturers like? Obviously you're not going to get along with all of the lecturers. I love some of them, I'm not so keen on some of them. Everyone learns differently, so it's really difficult for a lecturer to accommodate for everyone's learning style, so you're always going to get along with some better than others. But saying that, the quality of teaching at Northumbria is fantastic. Even lecturers that I haven't really got on with so well, they still teach me the content, and that's what matters ultimately. So I've also had some questions about the workload. First year the workload is not so bad at all. You know, you have lab reports which don't count towards your mark, they're just practice ones per se. You do get a grade for them, but they are practice ones. So yeah, the workload really isn't so bad in first year. In second year, the workload does step up a notch, like big time. It is difficult in second year, but that's to be expected. It's a degree, it's meant to be difficult. And in third year, surprisingly, I've heard this from my housemate who's the year above me, the workload does go down, but the quality expected of you goes up. So, you know, you've got to balance it out there. Then I've had questions on exams. The first year is all multiple choice exams, getting you all up to speed with the same level, more about knowledge. Second year is essay-based exams that get you more detail, and third year is the same, but again with more detail. So it's really about progressing your level of learning while you're doing it. This is a big question. Does first year count? In this course, no. It counts for the experience and for the feedback and for the learning, but it doesn't count to your degree. Neither does second year have to. You can choose whether you want your final year to be a combination of second and third year or just third year. Most people go for just third year, so you've got all of that knowledge building up to your final year degree. So it really is up to you. The most important thing I'd say for whether it counts or not is don't worry about the grades. Like, you will get marks back. Some might be great, some might not be great. Don't stress about them, stress about the feedback. So really read the feedback. If you don't feel like the feedback is in depth enough, ask about it and get more, just so you can work up your levels, you know. So yeah, you might have had not such a good grade this assignment, but the next one you can push it up if you read the feedback and follow it. With the psychology degree at Northumbria, we have option modules in 2nd and 3rd year. This is just for the single honours degree though. It's different for psych with criminology and psych with sport. So for the single honours, we have option modules in 2nd and 3rd year. In 2nd year, I have chosen intimacy, eating disorders, humour and laughter, and happiness, all of which I've really enjoyed, especially intimacy. That's been my favourite one. It's just so interesting. I find with the option modules, don't pick options that you feel will aid your career, your like chosen direction. Pick modules that you are interested in, then you will do better in them and you will sort of know where your strengths are more so. In final year, I've picked placement, which you can do in 2nd and 3rd year, or either or, you know, you pick. And then I've picked mindfulness and counselling, so you know, I've got a good mix there. They're all kind of going in that direction towards counselling, but that's the direction I'm interested in, so those modules really interest me. There are so many options with the modules as well, so there's such a wide range of things to pick from, so you can really tailor your degree to where you want it to go. Next question I've had is it difficult to make friends on such a big course? My course has approximately 300 students per year and there's 3 years of it, so that's a lot of people to try and wrap your head around. There's still people coming into my lectures that I have never seen before, and I'm like, do you even do this degree? But what you'll tend to find is you'll find a couple of people that you will always sit with in lectures. You know, maybe you'll have 2 or 3 groups of people that you sit with and you kind of stick with them, and then in your lab classes, which is where you do your lab reports, the more practical stuff, you do get put into groups, so you will get to know those people that you're put with and you'll get to know them as well as the people you sit with in lectures. So over the years you do get to know more people on your course. Final question on the actual course is, do the lecturers give good feedback? Generally they do, and they're really helpful for sort of boosting your mark for the next assignment, next exam, whatever you have coming up. But again, if you don't feel like you've received enough feedback from them, you can always ask. They put their emails out everywhere. You can go and knock on their office door and say, hey. A lot of them are happy to just sit and have a cup of tea with you. You know, they're really approachable, which is what you want in a learning environment, approachableness. Finally, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Newcastle as a city. Obviously that is where you're going to be living, so you know, it's good to know a little bit about where you'll be living. As a city, it is absolutely fantastic. It is not as big as, say, London, Manchester, but it has everything that you need, so it's easy to so you're less likely to get lost, but it has everything that you need. It's got the cultural side with the Sage, the Baltic, Theatre Royal. It's got all the shopping in Eldon Square. It's got a fantastic nightlife if that's what you're into, so with Big Market, you've probably seen Geordie Shore. That's how it is, really. And then also it's got really good links, so you can go to the airport if you need to by metro. That takes about half an hour. You can go to the coast if you want to go to the beach for a fish and chips. That takes about 20 minutes on the metro. It's really connected, which is fantastic, and I love it as a city. Yeah, it is cold, but that's my southern roots coming in. I do have to go out with a coat most days. But yeah, again, that's just me. If you're used to the colder climates, then you will be fine. So that's all the questions that I've been asked about university, and a couple of extra little things that I thought I should tell you. I just realised I've been out of focus like this whole time, but the focus has been on my lovely daffodils that I picked today, so you know, that's not so bad. If you do have any more questions about university, about Northumbria, about psychology, about anything, don't hesitate to message me or comment below, and I will either make a reply video or I will reply in text on that. So thank you very much, guys. Please like this video if you found it helpful. I love seeing your responses because that just shows that my hard work making these videos is paying off. And please subscribe for more of these videos, and I will see you very soon. Bye!